Hello, today is November 14th and this is our daily reading. I am going to start with a sound bath. If you have earbuds, that's how you can get the most out of the frequencies. If you're just listening on a phone, that's fine too. Whatever you have, it works, okay? Here we go. Wow, that was beautiful. All right, we got the energy cleared. I did light some sage to clear the energy and incense and Palo Santo to bless us. I'm just doing that on my end just to send that out to everybody watching. All right, what do we need to know November 14th? What advice do we need? I want everybody to take a deep breath with me. I feel like some people are kind of... Okay, so get a deep breath down into your core. Count to 4 to make sure it's like down in there. So when you're breathing it in, like suck it down. That way you get some clarity throughout and you shuffle all that stagnant energy that's getting you all tense. Okay, ready? We're gonna count to 4. Okay, so that's getting everything open and receptive and present. I know I talk about being present very often. Okay, so shoot, you can't see them, so I'll show you. So the very first one I have is Uriel and the Sphinx. And that was upright. So basically, what this one is saying is that we all have this inner wisdom, this inner guidance, this inner knowing. And it's like that part of us is lacking the connection and the communication with not only spirit, but our ancestors and just the ancient ones that came before us that learned a whole lot of stuff before we did, or we haven't even learned it yet. So they're there to not only guide us, that foundation, that strength is there. It's just up to us to go deep within. And if you see, there's wings, they're nice and bright. So that's capability to connect. But the moon is illuminating, and the new moon is tonight actually. So it's gonna help us open that part of our inner core subconscious, it's going to help open that. But you see how it's still dark? So basically what that's telling us is that we got to go within to the depths of our soul without all the outside noise and influence. We often take into consideration what others want and how they feel and what they expect of us, and that needs to stop. We can be the best version of ourselves if we follow our own heart and then share that. But waiting for someone to tell us how to be, how to act, what to do is just like the puppet. And then we just kind of wait until someone else comes and drives us, right? So that has to stop. And it has to be something that's happening internally, because that's where all the strength is. That doesn't go away. That isn't temporary. Once you develop aspects of yourself, you can't unlearn those things. So do the work, because it's going to launch you forward in a much stronger, more solid way. Okay. And so use the moon tonight. This is a full moon. It's actually opposite of this. The new moon is dark. And it's just a representation of using it to get the energy that it's giving us to kind of draw things out of us. So go within, sit in a dark place if possible. That way you're not distracted. Take some really deep breaths and get down to business. What's going to come up, those thoughts you're going to have, they're probably going to be, sad, but let them come up. That way you know that it needs to be seen. It needs to be nurtured. It's a part of you. It doesn't make you flawed. It doesn't mean anything bad. It's strengthening and it's a lesson. And once you understand this, you'll have grace for others and yourself, because you'll understand what it took to move beyond it. And then you'll say, wow, this isn't easy. I can't be so hard on others. But it starts with you, the way you see others. They're mirrors, they're reflections of us. And so if we hate that they're doing something, it's like, okay, take a look at yourself and see if there's anything within you that is causing that to stand out to you. That's something that you have to work on, or you have to recognize that you're doing it to others without even realizing it. Because like attracts like, so we often attract people that are similar to us, so they feel more understood and they don't feel like things that they are doing are wrong, because we are doing it as well. So as a collective, we got to kind of go into ourselves, take inventory, work on it, and then spread the nurtured, not toxic energy that's within. So that's a really good one. I think we all need that. This is a general reading, so this is definitely, all of us need to deal with it, okay? And so the next one is the Three of Forces, the bird's nest. So this one here, you see those rays of light coming in and that emphasis on what it's illuminating. And the first thing that I'm noticing is up high in the tree in nature, there's also a butterfly there that's just part of the beauty, part of the environment. The butterfly is part of this also, but there's a bird's nest, and the mama bird is bringing the worm over to the babies. And what this is telling me and representing to me, and I always do the Dex interpretation in the comments if you want to read those as well, especially like the reverse, but which we have one reversed. But for me, this is saying that right now we are being supported in getting the gifts that we need to assist with others. Whether we have a whole family at home or not, we right now are not only capable of bringing home the bacon, but there's enough for others. We can help others. And this is up high, so you could see that gap of space there. And basically what this is telling me is that we need to go out further to help others with what we have. So this is the family, absolutely. And it's almost like some of us have family that's not as convenient and close to us. So look out for them with what you have to offer, and you have an abundance of it in capability that they don't. So this mama bird went out and got this worm. It was capable of doing it. It was capable of flying up into the bird's nest and providing. And so I encourage everybody to look out for ways to assist others with what you can do for them and they can't do for themselves. So this could easily be family or someone close, but this is kind of one of those things that it's going to take a little bit of effort to give those gifts outwards. So it's not just getting gifts for yourself, which we've learned to do because that's the world we're in, but it's extending that to others, whether it be family or just people that are close. And it is force, it's strength, it's energy, it's ability. Okay, so this is something powerful that we can share, and it's going to take a little bit more effort to do so, but it's very important that it's done because there are a lot of people struggling right now and in need, and they need as many people to be as compassionate, as understanding as possible. And most people that need don't ask for help, so ask them or just insist on doing it. Don't make them feel uncomfortable. It's not a hand out, it's a hand up. Okay, it's just something that a lot of people are experiencing right now, and they could really use your assistance because you're capable and they're not. That's why. Okay, so the Six of Scrolls, the Sands of Time, this was in reverse. And what this one's showing me is he's in a beautiful space. It's very decadent, it's very nice. And there's windows and there's a sun setting, and you can see out into the openness. But what he's focusing on is the sands of time, basically the hourglass. How long is this taking? And he's starting to worry, like, am I running out of time? The sun's going down, and he has a bucket thing, I don't know, filled with maps for a journey of planning, probably architecture, and he only has one in his hand, and he's rolling up his sleeves, and you can see his book is in the background of him planning. But it's like he's losing sight of the ability and the opportunities. He's not trapped, it's not a dark place, but he's also just focusing on how much time it's taken, how much time he has, and he's, getting serious. So with it in reverse, what I really want to put a lot of emphasis on for us all is that we need to stop worrying about the timing and know that everything happens in the correct timing. You're giving it your all. He's giving it his all. He's planning, he's doing the work. And yes, time has gone by, but it doesn't mean that he's out of time, and it doesn't mean that any of those doors have closed. It just means that he's been putting a lot of effort into things up until now. And now it's not so much about how much time's gone by, how much energy's been put into it. It's more about everything falling into place with the divine, with spirit, with everything coming together. Like, it's no longer part of you and your control. You've done everything you can. Now it's a matter of having the patience and allowing, like the first card, allowing our ancestors and higher powers to come in and assist without getting so hung up on the darkness that we're working on. And meanwhile, what gifts do we have looking out for others to share with them? Because just how we're waiting for that extra help that we no longer have control of, so are others. They're also waiting for that assistance, but they're doing things in their way. So we're all connected and we're all doing our part. So I hope this resonates. I hope that it's helpful, and I hope that you have a wonderful day.